To chase an even bigger thrill, Mary suddenly flipped herself out of the car, climbed up onto the door, and made her way to the roof. Instead of slowing down, Anna actually picked up speed, but Mary still wasn't satisfied. Gripping the straps on either side, she pressed her body flat against the windshield and slowly slid down onto the hood. Only a woman would dare pull off something this reckless. Mary was completely fired up at this point and kept pushing Anna to go faster. After warning her to hold on tight, Anna floored it again. Within seconds, the speedometer shot up to 180 miles per hour. Their friend in the car couldn't help but feel uneasy. But watching Mary having the time of her life, she started getting swept up in the excitement too. For these three women, the whole stunt felt like a thrill, seeking game. Mary even kicked her legs up high, soaking in the rush of wind blasting against her. What they didn't realize was that everything they were doing on that road had already caught the eye of a deeply disturbed man. Mike slammed on the gas of his BMW and quickly caught up to them. It didn't take long before the friend noticed something was off. That black sedan was closing in fast. Just then, a cold smirk crossed Mike's face, and he rammed straight into the car ahead. The sudden impact nearly threw Mary off the hood, and the whole car shook violently. Luckily, Anna held the wheel steady and managed to keep the car from flipping, but the danger was far from over. Mike deliberately backed off to put some distance between them, then floored the gas again and barreled straight toward the three women. The massive impact tore Mary's left hand free from the strap, leaving only her right hand clinging on. She could be flung off at any moment. Mary was terrified now and wishing she'd never started this game. Meanwhile, Mike swung around to the side and started slamming into them from there. Hit after hit, Mary finally lost her grip on the strap and could only desperately claw at the edges of the hood. But Mike showed no signs of stopping. He just kept pounding into them. Seeing things spiral out of control, Anna stepped on the gas, hoping to leave this lunatic in the dust. As her speed climbed, they finally started pulling away. Mary grabbed this hard, one opening, and slowly tried to inch her way back toward the window. But just as she was about to steady herself, Mike floored it again and caught right back up. Then came another round of brutal hits. Mary was so shaken, she begged Anna to stop the car. But Anna told her that slamming on the brakes now would send her flying off. Right then, Mike rammed them hard, and the car veered off the road. Thanks to Anna's quick reflexes, they narrowly avoided a serious wreck. Still, Mike wouldn't quit. He swung back around and hit them from the side again. Looking at the twisted, crazed grin on his face, Mary lost it and kicked at his car, but that only seemed to get him more worked up. He plowed straight into them again. This hit was especially brutal, spinning Mary around on the hood. With no other choice, she flattened herself out and clung to the hood for dear life. If this kept up, she'd be thrown off any second. Her friends kept screaming at Mike to stop, but it only made him more unhinged, and he came charging in again. Mary was kicking herself now for getting roped into this insane stunt. Just as Mike was setting up for another hit, a pickup truck appeared in the oncoming lane. He jerked the wheel hard, and luckily the road was smooth enough that his car didn't roll. Then he whipped around and came after them again. In that critical moment, Anna came up with a plan. She yelled at Mary to hold on tight to the front of the car. When they hit a curve, Anna cranked the wheel into a sharp turn, tricking Mike into overshooting and plowing straight into the grass off the road. But surprisingly, Mike didn't seem fazed at all. If anything, he looked even more pumped up. He climbed out of his car and started taunting them. Just then, Anna pulled out a weapon and didn't hesitate to pull the trigger on him. The gunshots scared the hell out of Mike, and he scrambled back into his car and tore off. Anna kept firing until she was out of ammo. She honestly wanted to kill him because Mary had just been thrown off the car, and as far as Anna could tell, she had probably gone over the cliff. But then something totally unexpected happened.
I'm okay! Oh, shit! God damn it!
Mary was completely unharmed. She ran up to the car with a grin and asked the two of them if they wanted to take things up a notch. After a quick discussion, the three of them decided to go after Mike and give him a lesson he wouldn't forget. There was just one problem. They were out of bullets and had nothing left to fight with. That is when Mary spotted a steel pipe on the side of the road and grabbed it. That solved the weapon issue, at least for now. She then straddled the car door like she was riding into battle on horseback, and they took off after Mike. Meanwhile, Mike had fled to a remote spot outside the city. He pulled out a bottle of antiseptic and carefully poured it on his wound. The moment it hit, the pain was so sharp he couldn't help but cry out in agony. But just then, Anna's car came tearing in. Mary jumped out, smashed Mike's window with one swing, and then went at him with the steel pipe. Pushing through the pain, Mike got his car started and floored it to get away. But the three women weren't about to let him off, and Anna stayed right on his tail. Mike was completely rattled at this point. He never imagined he'd cross paths with three women this relentless. Everything he'd done to them earlier, Anna now dished right back, ramming into his car again and again. Mike sped up, desperate to shake them. But Anna wasn't backing off. She kept hammering away at him. Then, Mike suddenly hit the gas and cut over to a different road. With a small lake between the two roads, he watched the white car shrink in his rear view, and finally let out a sigh of relief, thinking he'd finally gotten away. What he didn't realize was that Anna had seen this coming, because both roads eventually merged at the same intersection. The second they met, Anna slammed on the gas and rammed Mike's car so hard it went flying. From there, the chase moved from back roads onto the main highway. Bleeding badly, Mike pushed the speedometer even higher, hoping to lose Anna in heavy traffic. He kept swerving between lanes to pass cars, but what he didn't see coming was that Anna happened to be a professional driving instructor with serious skills behind the wheel. Before long, she was right back on him. Nobody expected Mike to go this far. He actually started driving straight at oncoming traffic. Thankfully, Anna's driving was sharp enough to avoid a collision. Mike was getting more rattled by the minute, knowing that at this rate, they'd catch him sooner or later. Then, it hit him. He slammed on the brakes and pulled off a slick handbrake turn, hoping to throw Anna off his tail. But Anna was just as quick. She floored it and came right after him. Watching the three women closing in again, Mike panicked and started begging for forgiveness.
I'm sorry! I didn't mean anything! I was just playing around!
But it was too late for that. The three of them were fully locked in now, riding him hard, forcing his car off the main road until he crashed into a roadside billboard. The hit didn't really hurt him though. Spotting a fork in the road up ahead, Mike realized the car behind him just wouldn't quit. At the last second, he slammed on the brakes and used the split in the road to finally lose Anna. He was thrilled, checking the rearview mirror, only to find the white car nowhere in sight. He thought he'd actually shaken them, not knowing that Anna had stayed in a perfect spot, keeping tabs on him the whole time. The three women were burning with anger, and all they wanted was to make Mike pay for what he'd done. Soon enough, their chance came. Just as the two roads were about to merge again, Anna floored the gas and flipped Mike's car right over. Then the three of them slowly walked up to the wreck, dragged Mike out, and gave him the beating of his life. After everything that went down, you can bet Mike will think twice before pulling anything like this again.